Hey sisters, welcome back to my channel. You know I'm always coming to you with those relatable topics. So by the looks of the title, you already know what we're gonna get into. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, sis. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get right into the video. Okay, I'm coming to you from the depths of an honest place. All right, if you are going through the absolute worst breakup of your entire life, a breakup that is leaving you feeling empty inside, like a breakup that just feels like your whole life got swept from underneath your feet, a breakup that is making you feel like you never even had it. You know what I'm saying? That type of breakup, like you were in the relationship but you ain't have that relationship. Like, you know what I mean? If you going through that, I got you, sis, because it's okay. Like, you know what they say, it's his loss. It is his loss, girl. You get yourself together and keep it moving. All right, sis? That is the best way to get over the absolute worst breakup of your entire life. Like, yes, you're devastated. Yes, you're so beyond hurt. Yes, you're disappointed. Yes, you feel alone. But you could pick yourself back up, sis, and do what you do. All right? And what I mean by that is just like, show him you don't need him. You want him, but you don't need him. Because that's where a lot of these men get it twisted. When you start to invest your all into them and make them your priority, okay, they start to feel like you can't do without them. So they start to act a fool, okay? But you gonna show him like, all right, you broke my heart like it's nothing. Okay, cool. I got this. I'm gonna show you that I don't need you. I wanted you. Because there's definitely a difference, sis. There's definitely a difference. Like, don't let nobody make you feel like you depend on them for every ounce of security in this life, because oftentimes that's when they decide that they want to walk all over you and take you for granted. Sis, I'm begging you, always try to find your way out. Always try to have another means of support and security in the midst of any relationship, so that they can't hold that over your head, because that is a lot of reasons why these men start acting shady to us, girl, because they feel like we need them. And absolutely not, girl. We don't need them. We love them. We love them, but we don't need them. We want them, but we don't need them, okay? And I could personally say, for me, one of the worst breakups of my life was my divorce. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh, get over him, you know, act like he never happened, because you can't. It's unrealistic. You can't act like it never happened, because it did happen. It was a point in your life where you felt like this person was it. You felt like this person was your everything, sis. And that can't be erased, especially if it's somebody that you were so invested in, to the point where it's like, now that it's over, you feel lost without them. That's hard to get over. Absolutely, 100%. If that's even a percent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we really gonna get there, we gonna take it there. It's hard to get over that person. It's hard to let go of what could have been or what was. It's hard to just diminish memories and accept the fact that your time was wasted. Yeah, because that's what it boils down to. None of us want to feel like our time was wasted or we were taken for granted, but oftentimes that's what a breakup does to us. It leaves us feeling like we weren't good enough, like our time was just completely wasted. That's time that we can't get back. But what you can do, sis, is pick up the pieces gracefully. Gracefully. Don't let this breakup turn you into just another bitter, angry woman. Okay? Don't do it. Just gracefully do what you gotta do so that you don't get to that point of anger and bitterness. If you gotta block the person, block them. If you gotta avoid their family, avoid their family. If you gotta avoid your family, avoid your family. Because oftentimes they always want to protrude their opinions into your situation. But it's just like, where were you when things was good? Where were you when things was good between us? Why you want to come have an opinion now when he done broke my heart and left me bewildered? You know what I'm saying? So if they weren't there in the beginning when things was good, don't let them be there when things turn upside down. That's another thing that I learned when I was going through my divorce, okay? And I say that because, you know, they think they know what's good for you, but only you know what's good for you, sis. Only you know what you can tolerate. Only you know when you've had enough, okay? And sometimes family and friends will tell you to stay in a situation because, number one, it benefits them by you staying, okay? Or it just looks good in the family for you to be with that person. And it's just like, is it worth it? Is it worth your inner self-worth, your inner peace of mind? Is it worth the stress? Because you're portraying to be happy with this person when really y'all was doomed and you was just hanging in there for dear life, girl. You know what I'm saying? So if a breakup is inevitable, there's nothing you could do about it. Just gracefully hold your head high, you know, start living your best life. Get your hair done all the time, nails done. Start loving you again. Get back to you, because that will hurt a man the most when he looks back and be like, oh my God, she's not at home stressed out over me. She partying. She out here getting her business handled. She is looking good as, okay, she's looking like a whole meal without me. She's getting the bag without me. Yes, that will tear him up, sis. That is the best way to get over the worst breakup in your life. Is to show him you got this. Okay? You was just sitting back following his lead. But now you gonna take the lead and you got this. And you're better off when you take the lead, because obviously he was leading you astray. Obviously he didn't mean you well. Obviously the love wasn't what he portrayed it to be. So now you gonna show him like, listen, dude, you can't love me, I can love me. Point blank, period. I could do it without you. Okay? It's just a simple fact of when we're in a relationship that we really want to work, that we really want to see ourselves in 5-10 years from now, we start to compromise. And that little small word of compromise can definitely lead you down a road of darkness, because we women often over compromise for these men because we want them to be comfortable with us being in their life. Now listen to what I just said. We want them to feel comfortable with us being in their life. meaning that we have to stoop to their needs and wants, every single last one of them. And we just hope that our needs and wants will be accommodated fully one day. Yeah, one day. Okay? That's the type of hope that we have in these relationships that leave us devastated. That we can accommodate their wants and needs right away, sis. Right away. Throughout the whole relationship. But when it comes to our wants and needs, we gotta hope on a wish on a finger, like, God, please, one day will he meet all my needs and wants. And that's the sad part about it, and that's what leaves us so devastated, because it's like, listen, I done went above and beyond for you, and you gonna do this to me? Where's the loyalty? Where's the respect that you said you had for me? Where's the unconditional love that you preached every day that you had for me? Where is it? Where is it? Now is the time that I really need it, because now that you're gone, everything is coming into perspective. Where is it? Was it a fake love? Like, sis, you start to get into your head. You start saying, like, wait, so all this time, was this real? Like, did he really mean it when he said I was his everything? Did he really mean it when he said that he couldn't live without me? Because now we breaking up, it sure as heck seemed like the total opposite. Like, I never was nothing to him. A breakup of the worst breakup could do that to you. Could have you flipping out in your head like, well, I was not good enough. What was I not doing? And even if you have the type of partner where you could sit down and ask him these things, it doesn't mean he'll tell you the truth, because they claim that they're protecting you. They claim that they don't want to do nothing to hurt you, but they still blatantly hurt you anyway, right, sis? They blatantly stab the heck out of your little heart that you had left for him, right? But then on the other side, they claim that they didn't want to hurt you. It's like, come on. So, sis, I would say the best thing to do to get over the worst breakup is, avoid family members, avoid close friends that was in the midst of your relationship. Just isolate yourself if you can, because you really need to recuperate. You need to get your mind together. You need to start to heal. And you can't do that when people are constantly reminding you of your relationship and the things that transpired in your relationship and why it didn't work out, and if it could have worked out. Like, they're gonna drive you crazy, sis. If it's done, it's done, and you gotta move on. You have no choice. You gotta keep going. Now, if you decide to take the person back under specific terms, that's on you, sis, and you have every right to do that. But I would just suggest that you continue to leave them out of it, because sometimes they add fuel to the fire. And you gotta remember, it's your situation, not theirs. And that is the hardest part, because you want support, you want guidance, you want to know that you're doing the right thing with these men in these relationships. You want somebody that you can confide in and talk to and ask for advice, but oftentimes that advice is miswarranted because it's just not for you. Only you know what's best for you, sis. Only you. And only you know what will work with your partner, because at the end of the day, it was your partner. Nobody else's. Nobody knew him the way you knew him. Okay? Or know him. Alright? So, yeah. Avoid family members. Isolate yourself. Stay away from close friends for a little bit. Get your mind right. Whatever you could do to get your mind right, whether it's keeping yourself busy, coming up with a business plan, sorting out your finances, getting your best life, partying, having fun on your own, catering to yourself. There's countless of ways to get over a really bad hurtful breakup, sis. Like, you could do it if you were strong enough to go through that relationship on your own. You're strong enough to get out of it on your own. Don't let nobody fool you. You are not weak, okay? You're just hurt, and it's okay to be hurt, but don't wallow in that hurt, because I'm telling you, where there's hope, there's life. There is so much more out there for you, and there's a much better love out there waiting for you. You may not find it right away, but it's definitely waiting on you. And here's the trip up about it: you can't find the love that was meant for you until you get your mind right. Because even if Mr. Right was to come along after this breakup, your mind is completely out of whack. So how are you gonna receive love from the right person? Because you're gonna be like, oh, I don't trust them no more. I don't want to try no more. You start to lose courage. You start to lose hope, because you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And then the right man is staring you in the face, and you're just like, I don't want him. I don't want to be bothered. I just want to be by myself. Like, don't do it to yourself, sis. Don't let a breakup break you down to the point where you lose hope that you could be happy one day. Because we only have one life to live. One life to live, and tomorrow is not promised. And I'm pretty sure that all of us would do anything to find some sort of stable happiness within our lives right now. And if it means that we want to be happy in a relationship, then so be it. You have that right. Don't let nobody belittle you and make you feel like, oh, the world we live in today, you're never going to find the white picket fence. Don't let nobody tell you that. That is crap. That is crap. It's waiting on you, sis. But all you gotta do is manifest it. So work towards it. Start to heal. Start to take better care of yourself. Find yourself again. You know what I'm saying? Understand yourself on a different level than you ever did before. Just like really give yourself some TLC. That is the best way to get through the worst breakup. Give yourself some TLC. Ask yourself some tough questions that you really need to figure out the answer to. Like, why is it that this keeps happening to me? Why is it like every relationship is the same thing? What am I doing wrong? Yeah, ask yourself those hard questions, sis. And in the meantime, between time, we all need some affection, but just try to abstain from that with anybody during your breakup, because it definitely can lead you down a spiral that is like, it's hard to come back from, because your vulnerability will get caught up in that person that you just want to pillow talk with, if you know what I'm saying. Your vulnerability, your weakness, your demise will be wrapped up in that person's palm. Okay, and they will continue to dangle over your head and say, oh, when I met you, you was this, you was that, you that. You know what I'm saying, sis? And it's just like, sometimes we just want a man's perspective. Sometimes we just want a man's opinion. So we start to find someone during a breakup that we could talk to, someone we could hang out with and just be cool with, you know what I'm saying? But they often use it against us, and it's not worth it's not worth the disruption of your healing process. Because if that person does that to you, if they throw your pain back in your face at any given point, sis, it's gonna put you right back at stage one. when you was just so distraught and broken, like you thought your life was over, you didn't want to try no more, you was giving up on yourself, giving up on life. Like, yeah, that person will put you back, all the way back to that. And nah, you're a queen, you a gangster, you a G. Like, no, you ain't gonna let nobody do that to you. You've come too far. You've come too far, and you've endured too much pain to even be going backwards. So I personally say, if you're going to go through a healing process, don't attach yourself to another situation and just say we're just friends or we're just cool. And because those situations get real sticky real quick, and it can make you go backwards, when all we need to do is go forward. We need to go forward. We need to heal. And trust me, like, you will never all the way heal. You will never completely heal. Like, for me, I've been divorced 3 years now, and girl, I'm telling you, like, the slightest little thing that happened is like a flashback. It's like, girl, hold up, pump the brakes. I remember this. I remember how this felt. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of a breakup, because now you know better. You know better than to put up with certain things. You know better than to allow someone to do certain things to you. You'll close that door before it even opens now. Now you on point with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best part about these horrible breakups. Like, trial and error. Because you can't get better at this thing called love and relationship unless you try to fail. And you fail to try, right? You learn from your mistakes and you keep it pushing, and you do better next time. So that next time they can't leave you down and out like this. They can't hurt you the way they hurt you like this. Absolutely not. Because you done learned along the way how to better maintain yourself through any given situation. And sis, another advice I have to you is, oftentimes us ladies, we get caught up in the grasp of so-called giving our all to our partners. Okay? And I want to say to you, like, it's not for you to give your all. Any situation that requires you to give your all is going to leave you devastated, because that's not what love is. Love is not supposed to drench you. Love is not supposed to make you feel exhausted. Love is not supposed to deplete you of all your resources and all of your inner being. It's not supposed to. And that's why this breakup can be considered your worst breakup, because it took all of that from you, because you were too busy giving your all to the wrong person. You don't give your all to nobody. That's not what makes a good relationship. Giving your all. I don't know where society got that concept from. Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die. No, that's not real. Now, you can comment down below if you disagree, and we could talk about it. That's fine. But I honestly believe that a woman is not supposed to give her all to a person. She's supposed to give her all to herself, because it's her life. And at the end of the day, she could do bad by herself, sweetie. She could do it all by herself. She could do bad by herself, good by herself, whatever she chooses. It's her life. Love doesn't define how well you do. You define how well you do in life. And don't you give nobody that kind of power over you, sis. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't give nobody that type of power over you. You deserve a healthy, toxic. You deserve a healthy You deserve a healthy situation where it's an equal give and take. There's not supposed to be a situation where you're giving your all and you're getting breadcrumbs, and that's why you're left feeling so empty and broken inside, sis. But I say all this to say, to encourage you to keep it moving. Hold your head high. Don't give up, okay? If you have to delete pictures, delete pictures. If you have to block him, sis. It's okay. Take a break for a while. Just recuperate on your own and do what you do. Hold it down for you. Okay? Hold it down for you. And just learn from the negatives in this breakup. Learn from it, address it, acknowledge it, and make sure that it never happens to you again. That is the best way to get through the worst breakup you could imagine to go through in your life, honey. To make sure that it doesn't happen again. That you're not left feeling devastated like this ever again. It's not a cool feeling. It's not a great feeling, and I know woman deserves to go through this. So, sis, I love you. I hope that you received this video well. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And girl, you got this, okay? You're gonna make it. Be strong. Whatever ounce of hope you have left in you, just, use that as a strength of faith and just keep going. You don't know what might happen. Maybe this breakup was a blessing in disguise, girl. Maybe this breakup is gonna lead you to places in life that you never imagined, but you can't receive those blessings until you get your mind right. All right, so God bless, peace. I love you guys, and take care. Thanks for watching.